In this video, I am going to cover the anatomy of clavicle. To understand the anatomy better, I have made an handmade clavicle to understand the anatomy in three-dimensional. So, let's start from the basics. That is, this clavicle bone is a long bone or short bone. It is a long bone because it has a shaft and two ends. And the next one is, the clavicle is the only long bone which is placed horizontal in our body, because the other long bones are placed in a vertical direction in our body. And it is the only bone which is fully subcutaneous in our body. Subcutaneous means it's just lying under the skin. You can palpate your whole clavicle from the medial end to the lateral end throughout its whole length. And the third point is, the clavicle is the bone which starts ossify first. And the fourth point is, clavicle is the only long bone which ossifies by intramembranous ossification. And the fifth point, the clavicle is the only bone which has two primary centers in its shaft. For the friends, those who don't understand the ossification and primary center, secondary centers of ossification, please watch my previous video which is on the growth and ossification of the bone. And the last final point is, the shaft of clavicle doesn't have medullary cavity, which is present in all the long bones. Let's see the functions of the clavicle. The main function of the clavicle is weight transmission. The clavicle will transmit the whole weight of our upper limb to the axial skeleton of our body. How it transmits the weight? The lateral one-third of the clavicle will receive the weight of our upper limb through coracoclavicular ligament, and the medial two-thirds of the clavicle will transmit the weight to the axial skeleton of our body. Now let's move on to the anatomy of the clavicle. First, see which one is medial and which one is lateral. The medial end is rounded one and it's usually called quadrangular, and the lateral end is flattened one. The medial end will attach with the clavicular notch of the manubrium of sternum and will form the sternoclavicular joint, and the lateral end will attach with the acromion process of the scapula and form the acromioclavicular joint. These two joints are synovial joint, so that only we can move our shoulder joint freely up and down and also front and back. Now let's see the shaft. The shaft is a curved one. The medial two-thirds of the shaft is curved as convex forward, and the lateral one-third of the clavicle is curved concave forward. The lateral one-third of the shaft is flattened one. It has only two surfaces, superior surface and inferior surface. But the medial two-thirds of the shaft is rounded one. It has four surfaces, that is superior, inferior and anterior posterior surfaces. Let's see the muscles and ligaments attached to the clavicle. First, let's see the muscles which get origin from the clavicle. First muscle is pectoralis major. The pectoralis major muscle will get its origin from the medial two-thirds shaft in its anterior surface. And the next one is sternocleidomastoid muscle. It will get its origin in the superior surface and near to the posterior in the medial end of the clavicle. And the next muscle is deltoid muscle. The deltoid muscle will get its origin from the lateral one-third in the anterior border of the lateral part. And the sternohyoid muscle, will get its origin from the posterior surface of the medial end. Now next, let's see the muscles which are having their insertion on the clavicle. Only two muscles will have their insertion on the clavicle. The first muscle is subclavius muscle. There is a subclavian groove in the inferior surface of the clavicle. This subclavian groove will have the insertion of the subclavius muscle, and the next muscle is trapezius muscle. The trapezius muscle will have their insertion in the posterior border of the lateral 1/3 of the clavicle. Now let's move on to ligaments which are attached on the clavicle. There is only 2 ligaments which are attaching on the clavicle. The first ligament is costoclavicular ligament. The costoclavicular ligament will attach on the impression which is present in the inferior surface of the clavicle in the medial end. The next ligament is coracoclavicular ligament. The coracoclavicular ligament will have 2 parts, conoid part and trapezoid part. The conoid part will attach on the conoid tubercle. This is the conoid tubercle. It will present in the inferior surface of the clavicle in the lateral 1/3 of the clavicle in the posterior side, and the another part, trapezoid part, will attach to the trapezoid ridge. This one is the trapezoid ridge. It will also present in the inferior surface of the clavicle. Now the main part is side determination. To determine the side, we should confirm 3 points. First point is which one is medial and which one is lateral. The medial one is rounded one. The end will be looks like a bulb, and the lateral end is flattened end. Now we fix it as medial and lateral as this. And the second one is we should confirm which one is superior and which one is inferior. The superior surface is smooth surface. It won't have any depressions or any ridges on it. The superior surface is this, and the inferior surface will have some depressions and tubercles like this. The subclavian groove and conoid tubercle, trapezoid ridge, and the depression for the costoclavicular ligament. These are the landmarks for the inferior surface. Now we fixed 2 points, that's medial one is this and the lateral one is this, and the superior surface and the inferior surface. Now we have to confirm is this is belongs to right or left. To confirm this, we have to see the curvature. The curvature should be convex forward in the medial 2/3 and concave in the lateral 1/3. Now we have to match this with our own clavicle. If you match this with your own clavicle, it will fix to the right side. So it is your right clavicle. Now let's see some of the point about ossifications. Generally, the long bones will have 1 primary centers in the shaft and 2 secondary center in both the ends. But it is different in the clavicle. The clavicle will have 2 primary center in the shaft and only 1 secondary center in the sternal end, that is medial end. The primary center in the shaft will appear in the 5th to 6th week of the intrauterine life, and it fuses after the birth in the 45th day, and the secondary center in the sternal end will appear during the 15th to 17th year of age, and it will fuses with the shaft during 21 to 22nd year of the age. The common fracture point for the clavicle is the junction between the 2 curvature of the clavicle. This is the common point for the fracture because it is the weakest point of the clavicle. In some of the cases, the clavicle may be absent or imperfectly developed. This condition of the clavicle is called cleidocranial dysosteosis. I think we covered the points which are about the clavicle mostly, and I hope it will be useful for your studies. And please subscribe our channel to see more videos about other bones also. Thank you.